and welcome to Totally Trades. This session is provided to you by New Ventures Maine. New Ventures Maine has been providing in-person Totally Trades conferences for many years in Maine, and for the past 2 years, we've provided virtual sessions. These sessions are intended for people who identify as girls or as gender expansive, gender nonconforming, or non-binary, and are interested in exploring non-traditional careers. Totally Trades provides information about careers in trade and technical fields that students of any gender might want to explore. We welcome students of all abilities, backgrounds, regions, religions, and experiences. Non-traditional careers are careers that are predominantly and traditionally filled by one gender. Occupations such as truck driving, engineering, pilots, and architects are considered non-traditional occupations for people who identify as women or non-binary. Careers such as nursing, child care provider, and elementary teaching are considered non-traditional for people who identify as men. In today's session, we'll be focusing on the career of a software engineer, which is a non-traditional occupation for those who may identify as women. So, what does it mean to be a software engineer? You might be familiar with coding, which is a term that's thrown around a lot, but that's really only one part of a software engineer's job. Software engineers approach projects in a systematic way. Think the scientific method. Engineers come up with an idea, a question, a problem they want to solve, and then they research, analyze, design solutions, and test these, and repeat the process over and over again until they've come up with a final product. But what is that final product? Well, this is the fun part. Software engineers design the guts behind your favorite websites and technology. Instagram, your phone, your laptop. I'm sure you're all familiar with people talking about the TikTok algorithm. That's something that was designed by software engineers. You can thank them for whatever side of TikTok you're on.
I'm gonna get those up.
Come on.
Those are some of the final products, but on any day, a software engineer could be working on a different project or different step in their project. Their main tasks are to modify, create, analyze, design, and work as a team. Software engineers often work with software developers, designers, programmers, coders, art teams, and others to bring things together. I asked my friend Samantha Taylor, who is a software engineer at the financial organization USAA, to talk to you about her job and her experiences.
Hi, my name is Samantha Taylor, and I work for USAA as a technical project manager and software engineer. USAA is a banking and financial services institution, which focuses on providing all those services to members around the globe. So obviously, IT and the software we can provide in an internet and online space is extremely important. My specific area that I work in helps service actually internal things that keep basically all of the outside stuff for USAA, like those services people would use, functioning. We handle contracting and risk management, where if we're going to work with MasterCard or Apple or anything like that on our technologies, that we've got a contract in place and that we know what the risks are. From a technology side, that means that we work with different cloud computing platforms like Salesforce. We have all of our own different data transfer and data integrations with other systems, and really have a wide-reaching technology space. So on my day-to-day, I help support the basically management and maintenance of our production systems, where production is anything that's live where our users are actively able to interact with it. I help handle anything that could go wrong or that's about to come to production and help make sure that it's not going to break any of our systems. I got started with computer science actually by having no clue what it was. I was actually interested in aerospace engineering. I was determined I'm going to Mars. And then I actually wound up working for an aerodynamics research laboratory, where I wound up building out programs that helped analyze the results of the experiments and discovered I really like computer science. I really enjoyed having a critical thinking role to what I was doing. I had to find unique solutions to new problems, and every day challenged me with something new. I liked the chance to feel creative, to build out different user interfaces that I liked and find unique solutions to different problems every day. Plus, I felt like I was actually producing something of value. I was actually getting to create and be creative and deal with all that without feeling like I had to go to an art class to do so. So educationally, how did I get to where I am right now? I got a bachelor's degree from the University of Arizona for computer science with minors in aerospace engineering and mathematics. Most programs require this same kind of position that I'm in right now. They would require a bachelor's degree. You can always go up much further. I intend to eventually get a master's degree in some kind of technically aligned thing, but some different programs and different job roles and stuff like that don't really require that. You don't have to. A bachelor's degree is usually a minimum, and you can always basically tack on different technical certifications. I've got certifications with Salesforce that help basically demonstrate my ability to develop on that specific platform, and you can do something very similar for all sorts of technologies in addition to a collegiate degree. All of that led to where I am now and the role that I'd already mentioned. My day-to-day consists of two major aspects: project management and technical leadership. I usually spend the first part of my day working with the developers that I have around me to figure out what did we work on yesterday, where are we heading today? We got this new thing we discovered and a user reported a problem with this one process is going haywire. It's not updating what I thought it would. So we'll work on kind of solving out that and discussing where we want to basically head next for today. What are we going to try and tackle? Which obviously leads into the second part, technical leadership. Each day we've got the different kind of problems. So I'll work with the team to sit down and we'll look through our code base, identify, all right, this is where the process kicks off, what went haywire? And it ends up leading to a lot of discovery of different technical problems and finding ways that we can build out the architecture to withstand different user changes, withstand system growth, and give our users a better user experience. Above all, my job is to help keep our production environment stable and ensure that all the new code that comes from our other development teams gets integrated in properly, and that we can help resolve any issues that our users find in a hopefully timely manner. Now, as a woman in my field, I remember going through college and looking around a room some mornings and going, I'm the only woman here, which tended to be a little bit surprising. It's not like I'm anything special. It's not like I'm brilliant or unique. I'm just like everybody else. There's so many opportunities and so much knowledge out there towards computer science that anyone can contribute. And honestly, we need everyone to contribute. The things that we build are a result of the people around us, the different perspectives. If I tend to lean towards the color blue, I'm going to introduce it everywhere. And if someone else on my team happens to think that a button makes more sense than an XYZ, I don't know, you'll end up finding that the more people and the more unique perspectives, that of women, that of everybody, can help contribute to something better in the world. You never know how much is out there that if there wasn't a woman's touch to it, what would it have looked like? If you take the woman out of all of the stuff, if you take whoever out, that perspective and that product ends up changing. So the more women we can have in computer science, the more diverse and the better the things we create, they'll just be better. So I've never really faced any direct challenges. More of it was just a feeling of being a minority in the room. And that's only so much of a problem as long as you let it get to you. Now, there's obviously more aggressive instances where things like that have happened, but I've been always really grateful. A lot of my colleagues have always welcomed me in, and they don't see my gender and I don't see theirs. And I can really appreciate that because that lets me be myself and put myself into the software. Now, if you are in high school right now and you're thinking about going into computer science, please give it a try. Computer science is such a wonderfully creative field, and we need more women. We need more of everybody involved in it to help create a better system. Again, perspectives and uniqueness and getting all of that out there is so important. I can't begin to stress how much I wish that there were more people like me out there, or more people like you. So if you were considering a non-traditional career like computer science, give it a try. You might end up being the only person in the room, and that makes you a truly unique commodity that no one else has. So be yourself, go out there, challenge yourself to do technical things, and you're going to be amazing.
Okay, if you've stuck with us so far and are interested in pursuing a career as a software engineer, you might be wondering what the outlook and pay might be. According to ONET, an online occupational information resource, the outlook in this field is bright, meaning there will be a lot more jobs available in the future. Here in Maine, the average annual salary for a software engineer is significantly higher than the statewide average for all occupations. But let's be honest, money probably isn't the only thing you're looking for in a career. Luckily, computer science has plenty of other benefits. Plenty of software engineer positions offer the opportunity to work remotely. You could stay in Maine and work for a company based in Boston, Austin, or even Portland, Oregon. If you do choose to work in an office environment, many places that hire software engineers emphasize fun work campuses to encourage creativity and bonding with your team. Which brings us to the next point, the opportunity to collaborate with other creatives and work with the newest technology. Okay, let's talk about the first steps. It sounds like a great career, but how do you even get started? There are so many opportunities to get education and training here in Maine. Career and Technical Education Centers, or CTEs, offer Maine high school students modern, hands-on training and technical programs. Additionally, Maine's community college system and the University of Maine system both offer programs in computer studies at a variety of locations around the state. You can visit these websites to find a location near you that offers a computer science program that fits your need. So what do you think? Ask yourself these questions, and if you think these sound like things you'd enjoy, becoming a software engineer might just be the right path for you. Your feedback is important to us. Please complete the form that was sent to you or provided to you by the school staff person who gave you the link for this session. Totally Trades is sponsored by the Maine Department of Transportation and the Maine Department of Education, Career and Technical Education. We thank them for their support. On our website, you can find other partners, organizations, and employers who also support Totally Trades. Thank you for attending today. We hope that this session provided you with useful information and encourages you to continue your career exploration.